Hey Gemini, what you doing? Let's look at what's coming in the month of April as far as those of you who are dealing with someone, okay? If you are dealing with someone, we're going to get a vibe check. We're going to look at their energy, your energy, and a probable outcome, Gemini gang, okay? If you haven't already done so, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, become a part of my growing soul fam, okay? Make sure you adjust your notification bell to get notified when I upload or go live, okay? And if you want to book a personal reading, well, guess what? You can, okay? The only way to do that is by following the directions always in the most recent video description box, okay? It's very short, very straightforward. I will not reach out to you first, so if anybody does that, it is not me. And if you see anything that contradicts the directions in that description box, that is also not me, okay? So with that being said, Gemini gang, let's get started on this reading between you and a person you might be dealing with in some way, okay? All right, Gemini gang, let's get a vibe check on their energy, your energy. Okay, and a probable outcome. Probable outcome. Ooh, Gemini. Okay, let's talk about this thing. This is kind of interesting. We may have to do some clarifying. But, you know, a lot of times the story comes along as I kind of delve into the cards and start dissecting things. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to go to your person's energy first because I do see the beginnings of a storyline here. And let's talk about this thing. And, you know, if it's not your story, it's not your story. Every Gemini is not having the same romantic experience, okay? Don't be that person. Okay, with that being said. All right, Gemini. That should go without saying, but actually you'd just be surprised. But okay, your person. In your person's energy, we got the Three of Swords in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse and the King of Pentacles in the upright. All right, so you know what? There has been some drama. There has been some chaos, possibly some deception, possibly third-party stuff. But I think it may, at least in the mind of your person, be over or in the distant past, okay? Possibly. Possibly some maturing going on with your person. You know, with that King of Pentacles there, you know, it could have been a financial issue too, but definitely I think there was some heartbreak here for somebody, okay? Something that really, that involved probably deception, definitely turmoil, okay? And, but I think it's in the distant past for a lot of you, and I really think that your person feels like you guys are putting it behind you. Or they're trying to. They're trying to glow up, okay? They're trying to, I believe, they're trying to do better. And I think that's why those things came out in the reverse. Are they perfect? No. Do they still maybe, are they still kind of working on themselves? I see that in their energy. I really do. But let's talk about your energy, Gemini. Let's just flip over to you for just a second, okay? All right, you really would like kind of a new start with this person and kind of, you know, and I don't see this as like an ex dynamic, but what I think is, I think you would like to see things turn in a good way. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here, but you know, you got the Fool reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, okay? And here's, you know, obviously that speaks to really hesitant to being really hesitant to go forward. And here's why I say that. You feel like it may not be worth, you know, that it might not pay off in the long run anyway. It may not be worth it. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I think you've got a lot of doubts that this person has overcome something. You know, for a lot of you guys, this is more financial, okay? It surely could be a third party of some kind of deception. Can be family, but with the Pentacles showing up in reverse on your side, you got concerns about whatever this issue is, okay? And I get that all day long. So some of you guys, this is a financial type issue. And maybe your person was deceptive as it relates to the finances and, you know, a household budget or what have you, or their own finances. Could be, okay? All right. You know, this could even be, maybe somebody lost a job. Maybe it's outside of the relationship dynamic. But if it was your person, it really busted their heart up. But they're healing and they're working through things. And there is light at the end of the tunnel because Three of Swords in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse. They're starting to see some peace and some healing and kind of work through this thing. So, you know, I mean, the more I look at this, the more it can just be anything. But whatever it was, I can tell you this, one or both of you were really busted up about it in the heart. It was severe injury to the heart, okay? And it probably did create a lot of turmoil, maybe a lot of sleepless nights kind of thing even as well, okay, with that Five of Swords there. But again, I think it's in the distant past. Okay, so let's move along on this thing. For many of you Geminis, you are dealing with a strong soul connection. We've got the Lovers card here. And that can certainly speak to that type of energy, in which case I would refer you to my Twin Flame playlist, and specifically the one that I shared on my community page just about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes before filming this. So it is March 31st here, about, I don't know, 3 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon Central. Okay, so if that gives you it was probably around 2:45 Central Time on March 31st that I shared that. So that'll help you find it on my community page. That is what I would really refer you to, okay? But at any rate, I do think there is a lot of attraction to one another and a lot of emotion. I get that. You know, and I honestly think there's a lot of growth going forward. That's what I see. I see a strengthening of a bond here with this Lovers card, okay? I see a lot of growing up, and this is the Lovers card, by the way. Gemini card, kind of interesting. You may be dealing with another Gemini. But I think if your person was acting impulsive, okay, and in and out energy, you've got the Knight of Swords now in reverse. They're done being impulsive, okay? They're done. The impulsiveness is gone, okay, or going away. So is the Page of Swords in reverse. They're trying to, I think what they're trying to do is to lay low and, you know, I hate to use this word, but kind of prove themselves, okay? I never get that in a reading, but I mean, that's just what came to mind. How do I get that from this? But okay, they're trying to lay low and prove themselves by showing you that they're not only willing to talk the talk, but they're walking the walk, and they're putting forth the effort, okay? It takes time when you start making changes, but if you see progress, then there is kind of a reassurance that your person is, you know, on a good path. Now, energies can change, your person can, you know, get complacent or whatever. I don't see that in the cards going forward. I really don't. What I see is kind of more of a coming together and growth and getting closer over this thing. And I never get this in these cards, Gemini, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I think you're really hesitant, and I think you're really skeptical that your person can change. Well, I understand why, because statistically, it is true, people typically don't change. You know, the old saying, a leopard doesn't change their spots, because it is uncomfortable to change, okay? So most people back away from that, and they just don't. Even when they try to, you know, break habits or, you know, change habits, change behaviors, it is uncomfortable. So they do what's called, in behavior, spontaneous recovery, and they go back to what they are comfortable doing, even if it didn't work, okay? But with that being said, you know, I can understand why you feel that way, okay? So all I can say to you is this: right now, the energies lend themselves to your person continuing to make positive changes, okay? I would just say, you know, you play it cool. You kind of just sit back and observe without, you know, really, you know, just kind of sit back and observe. You know, don't nag the person, just observe. Gather information, okay? Stay the course. Don't get in a rush about this thing. Trust the process, right? Divine timing. And you know, just watch over time and see if you see some fruits of the harvest, if you will, okay? Because that's really the reading I'm getting here, Gemini. I think your person is really trying to work on themselves and work this thing out. And I think you're kind of advised to just be a little more patient, and as long as you're observing what I described, then if you think it's worth the time, and that's on you, but if, you know, every situation is different, but if you think it's worth the time, then I think it's worth the time too, okay? As long as you continue to see progress. So that's kind of where we're at, Gemini. That's what I get. Pretty cool reading. Pretty different. Okay. You know, it never ceases to amaze me sometimes, the messages that come out with the cards, but, you know, hey, you know, I guess if you read enough times a day, right, and you're going to get some really unusual storylines sometimes. Again, I know that's not everyone's story. Every Gemini on the planet is not having the same experience, right? So take what resonates and give the rest, leave the rest for the people that it was their story, okay? So with that being said, adjustments are required. Some of you still need to go inside and do some energy work. This is what this card is talking about, okay? That's what it's talking about. It's going inside and doing the repair job on the inside, okay? And so that's what I get from that. I want to go to my quotes for you guys, okay, Gemini, and get some information for you. This is my 3x5 quotes of things that I have written down on my 4-year now journey that I'm on, my path that I'm on now. Anger is an acid. Some of you need to hear this, okay? This was me, so you know, but okay. This is Mark Twain, by the way, and I'm going to hold this up where you can screen it if you want to. But anger is an acid that can do more harm in the vessel in which it is stored than to anything onto which it is poured. Oh, is that not a big, fat truth bomb right there, right? I mean, you know. So, yeah, let's get to, let's see here. I like this. We're born alone. We live alone, and we die alone. Only through love and friendship can we create the illusion for the moment that we're not alone or somewhere else. At the end of the day, it's all on you, right? It's all about your relationship with yourself. And really, you know, taking care of yourself is the most selfless thing you can do. If you can't pour from an overflowingly full cup, you're no good to anyone, okay? So take care of you so that you can take care of everybody else, right? I don't know why, but I just felt the need to point that out, Gemini gang. But good to always be, it's always good to be blessed with the privilege of reading for my fellow Geminis, of course, but with anybody, it's always my pleasure to read for you guys. Humbled and grateful that you watch my videos. Thank you so much, and I wish you all great abundance.